an island toward a destination sunny, bright that once before was blue. I have no more than I did before, but now I've got all that I need. For I love you and I know you love me. So take my hand beside my journey from all the helpless worry that besets a man when he's alone. For strength is mine when we're together, and with you I know I'll never have to pass the high road over the road. I have no more than I did before, but now I've got all that I need. For I love you and I know you love me. Wave magic fingers.
Sammy Joe. Hey, Sammy Joe.
Hello.
I just want to congratulate you. That was a big award. What did you win? Tell everybody what you won.
I won the ugliest tomato, mostly because it says kiss this.
Kiss. Well, it's not really nice. It's a
good looking tomato.
It's just got a unique look to it.
It's just got a very unique look to it. So I think they appreciated my humor more than anything.
Okay. Now, you take growing tomatoes seriously.
Very seriously. I grow 8 different varieties of heirloom tomatoes that you can't find in the grocery stores because they don't transport well. So, not your typical tomatoes. They're ugly, but they're the tastiest things that you've ever had in your life.
And you sell them? How do you sell them?
I sell them by the pound, $2 a pound.
How do you sell them?
In bulk. I bring them to market in
Cartersville
trays.
Farmers Market.
Cartersville Farmers Market.
Every Saturday morning.
Every Saturday morning from 7 to 11, from 7 to noon. And hopefully I sell out. And I also do the Rome markets on Wednesdays mornings. It's from 6:30 in the morning until noon.
With award-winning tomatoes.
Yes, now I can say they're award-winning tomatoes.
Award-winning tomatoes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, this is Casey Bond. Nice to meet you, Casey.
Nice to meet you.
How long you been in the septic tank cleaning business?
I've been in this business since 2009, but I've been on my own since 2016.
How far out do you travel?
Well, I go all the way up to Lawrenceville. I've gone over to Ringgold. I've gone down to McDonough. I've even been down to Heard County, down Noonan area. But yeah, just that's about where I go, and I like Cartersville area too.
Why should somebody consider Elite Septic?
Well, one of the main reasons is I'm a flat rate company. What I tell you over the phone is what you pay when I leave. So I don't upcharge or nothing like that. But don't take my word for it. Go online, look at the reviews. You can go to my website, www.eliteseptic.com. There's some reviews on there. But just look them up. Home Advisor has them on there. But yeah, just don't take my word for it. Just the reviews will speak for themselves.
Casey Bond, everybody, Elite Septic. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Bria, and I wanted to talk to you all about our whole food vitamins and how important it is to have vitamins and minerals this time of year, especially in the heat. These are different from your regular vitamins that you might find at a drugstore or the grocery store because they're whole food, which means that the body recognizes it as food and gives you an 80% absorption rate instead of a chemical vitamin, which most places carry, that gives you a 20% absorption rate and the body recognizes it as a chemical. When it recognizes it as a chemical, that makes our detox organs have to break those chemicals down, which is sometimes doing more harm than good. So I recommend you come in and try our Life's Fortune or some of our other brand whole food vitamins. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Joshua Goodman with Elite Stone Supply. We sell everything from hardscaping, landscaping, stone, Husqvarna equipment, and premier portable buildings. We can make them from 6x10 all the way up to 16x40. We make garden sheds, garages, cabins, barns, anything you can think of, we can make it happen. Do you need to store Christmas stuff? Do you need to store a lawnmower? We can take care of that. Do you need to get away? Do you need a pool house by your pool? We can make it happen. Come check us out at Elite Stone Supply.
Hello, Bartow County. I'm Jeremy Morton from Cartersville First Baptist Church, and joining me today for Cartersville UNCUT is Dr. Marc Feuerbach, the new superintendent of the Cartersville City School System. We are so fortunate to have Marc in Cartersville, Georgia. Marc, you've been a teacher, You've been a principal and now as the new superintendent. Tell us the transition in your career, how you got to where you are now as our new local leader.
Well, Jeremy, again, I started here. Actually, I started I taught part-time at a private school for 1 year right out of college, and then I moved here to Georgia, and I taught special education at Gordon Central High School. And then from there, I was an assistant principal, and from there, I was moved to Ashworth Middle School in the same county, Gordon County, as a principal, and then had an opportunity to go to Calhoun Elementary School as their principal, and then here, the past 4 years, I've been the principal at Cartersville High School.
And now with your new position as superintendent, what excites you? What inspires you to take on this new task in your career?
Just that global perspective. You know, as a middle school principal, I saw things from a middle school principal perspective. As a high school principal, I saw things from a high school principal perspective. As an elementary school principal, the same thing. And a lot of times people have said to me over the past few months, well, it's nice you're going into the same system. You know, you've already been here. And it is nice. It's definitely a benefit. With that being said, a lot of my perception has been from a high school principal standpoint, and there's more of a global picture. And so, you know, I'm excited to dig deeper into that global perspective, to really, you know, look at things from a K-12 lens and dig deeper into that perspective.
I'm fortunate to call Mark a personal friend. He and I are also neighbors. We're both in our 30s. And Mark, at our age, even now in our 30s, we've seen education change so much in our lifetime. As a leader, what are some of the trends that you see facing us here in Georgia and also in Cartersville?
You know, I think one of the biggest things is just how fast things are happening. We live in a fast-paced society. Technology has changed the world. And so, you know, we're 15 years ago, you know, it wasn't where we are today in terms of, 20 years ago, I go to the library, I go here to get things. Now I just go on the internet.
Sure.
And I've always said, you know, there used to be a difference in terms of whether, you know, whatever you had access to, if a child here had more access than this child to certain educational things, maybe they could, you know, learn a little more. Well, now as that child, as long as they have Wi-Fi and internet capability,
right.
the learning limit, there's no limit to their learning. And so how do you stay relevant? How do you continue to stay relevant in today's society and teach at a pace and teach things that children, yes, these are the standards we have to teach, but how do you make them relevant day in and day out to all of our students? And I think that is not necessarily a trend, but it's a change that, you know, for so long things stay the same, and now with technology changing, how do we keep things relevant for our students? How do we engage them day in and day out?
Mark, in so many ways, we live in a beautiful city and we live in a wonderful time in terms of human civilization. We love Cartersville. And one of the great things about Cartersville is the school system. But where you sit now in the leader's chair, what makes Cartersville schools appealing? What makes it special? What do you love about it?
You know, when I got here 4 years ago, I worked in two great school systems before, and they're wonderful, and Cartersville City is wonderful, but and they've all been supportive, but there's something very special about the support and the family type atmosphere that we have in the school system. It's neat to talk with parents and the grandparents and even great-grandparents about their time in Cartersville City schools, and now we're educating their children and grandchildren. That is something that's very, very unique. And the support, not necessarily financial support, although lots of local businesses and people, you know, give financially, but just the support and being present and being there and volunteering has been really, really neat and encouraging to me over the past 4 years. And it really makes this a special place.
That's great, Mark. All right, Mark, you have been in the schools as a teacher and as a principal, but now when you show up in the schools, you're the superintendent. So day one, in just a couple of weeks, as you visit the primary school and the elementary school and the middle school and your old school, the high school, what will it look like and what will it feel like when you visit the schools now?
I hope it doesn't feel any different in terms of who I am. I tell people all the time, you know, and you refer to me as Dr. Feuerbach, you know, and that's nice, but I'm Mark, you know. I
definitely know he's Mark. We're doing that to be professional.
But, you know, it's the, you know, you are the superintendent, but I tell people all the time, whether you're the superintendent or you're teaching or you're driving our students, you know, day in and day out to school or home from school, or you're serving in the cafeteria, we all have, you know, unique roles and we all play a part in student achievement and student growth. And so when I go into a school and I really want to, you know, share this message with our teachers during pre-planning, I hope to be very visible in this first year and hopefully all the years to come, because I want to see what we're doing in our first grade classrooms, in our third grade classrooms, and seventh grade and ninth grade and all these things. I want to spend time. So when I'm there, it's not Mark's here, to watch us. It's Mark's here to see the great things that we're doing, because I want to see, we have conversations about, okay, these are our goals and these are the, strategies we're going to use to reach these goals. And I want to see everything, being played out and how we are working towards that common goal. And so that's my hope. My hope is day one when I walk into schools, that people see me as he's here to support us.
Sure.
He's here to see all the great things that we're doing and to lend a helping hand in any way possible.
You'll do it, Mark. I know it.
Hey David, welcome to Treasure Chest. Hey, we're in the middle of a red hot summer. Come on by Treasure Chest and let's check out some red hot deals that we have here at Treasure Chest. We have new tining sets that's going to be in the mid $500 range. We have used ones that's going to be in the $200 and $300 range. Those are some hot buys you can't find anywhere else. We also have seating for sofas, loves. We have sofa loves starting at $4.99 and on up. We have rugs starting at $79. Hey, even though it's a hot summer, school's not too far away. If you got someone going off to school, we've got mattresses for the dorm. We have student desks, chairs, whatever a student may need in the dorm room. Come on by Treasure Chest Outlet. You just never know what you're going to find.
SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you find a huge selection of high-end mattresses without paying high-end prices? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. Where can you save 50 to 80% off retail every day? SOS Mattress, best quality, best price, guaranteed. We offer the lowest prices on the best name brand mattresses. SOS Mattress and Clearance Center on Highway 41 in Cartersville, 1 block south of Home Depot.
Hey David, why do you use All American Coin Laundry?
I see people on Facebook complaining about doing their laundry, saying they spend all day doing laundry. I can come in here and do 3 loads of laundry in 1 hour. In, out, 1 hour. Another reason I come to All American Coin Laundry is the dryers seem to be hotter. Some laundromats, you'll spend more money to dry the same amount of clothes, and I think that's intentional.
And what if you didn't have time to do your laundry?
You've got a great staff in here. They're always here too. If you've got any help, if you need help while you're here, they will help you. Drop the clothes off in the morning, pick them up early afternoon, however you want them. Hung on hangers, folded, however you want them.
There you have it, All American Coin Laundry, 406 North Tennessee Street.
Everybody knows.
That's what it is, everybody.
It's good for everybody.
It's Bob, City Seller. You sold the City Seller.
Sold the City Seller 2 weeks ago to Michael and Allison Eaton's, local couple here in town. I think they're going to do a great job. Y'all get out there and support them like you did me, please.
How long did you have the City Seller?
We had 9 years. 9 years.
Bob, you're not the type to sit around.
I'm not going to sit around. I'll find something to do, but a little vacations do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right.
You see another restaurant down the road or something?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
But something's going to happen eventually.
Something will happen.
Yeah. Thank you. Good to see you, man.
Right. Take care. Thank you.
What do you want?
Hey, come on. I got Frankie's Baked Goods, man. I got cookies, all fresh baked. I got chocolate chip today. I got snickerdoodles. I got oatmeal raisin craisin.
Okay, they're at home. They're not here, Frank. They're not. Okay, now
I'm telling you, I got all good stuff.
Okay, show me something. What's the best? What's the hot out?
They're all good. I'll show you the whole. Hey, you want to see what's best? The whole table. I got coconut macaroons. I got chocolate macaroons. I got peanut brittle.
Did you make any of this?
I make it all.
You make it all?
Yes, I do. Dog biscuits I make. You'll love it.
Let me tell you, why is your wife here? Why don't you say keep her home? You're doing it all.
Hey, I need an agent. She's my agent. I do all the work. I got cheesecake over there. You know my cheesecake.
Well, you're saying she's not carrying the weight.
Of course not. I got to do all the work. That's my rock right there, buddy.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you, Paul, David, Paul, whatever your name is.
Yeah, okay.
Bye.
Image screen printing and window tint can print your stickers, vinyl graphics, and vehicle wrap designs. We use the latest technology in window film to cut patterns for your car with precision cuts. Image is the only authorized Lumar window film dealer in Cartersville since 1988, offering a lifetime warranty on cars, trucks, big trucks, and commercial professional installation. We also have a large assortment of apparel to choose from. You can pick out colors and see available printed shirts for ideas and logo designs. Image makes custom yard signs, banners, magnetic signs, business cards, and much more. Call us 770-386-0025 or come visit us at our new location, 301 North Tennessee Street in Cartersville, right next to Weinman Stadium. Go Canes!
Here at Cartersville Cell Phone Repair, we do more than just sell accessories. We can also repair your tablets, your iPhones, Samsungs, you name it. We can repair your old PC, or we can build you a brand new one. Is your phone locked by Google? We can fix that. Are you tired of financing your phone? Buy one outright. You can also unlock your phone from AT&T, T-Mobile, Metro. So stop in or call us today.
I was recently in the Bartow County Rotary Club, and Mark was our guest speaker, and he shared a very compelling word about adversity that many of the students face. And Mark, you specifically used an illustration that could be true of so many families in our community, where this child he comes home from school and his mom has cookies on the table and mom wants to assist him with his homework. But then maybe this 11th grader comes home from school and mom's nowhere to be found. She's working, or she's busy, or she's not in the picture. And this 11th grader's got to do homework and work, and then also get his 3 younger siblings in bed that night. So talk about some of the pressure and the changes that kids are facing in terms of adversity and how that impacts your role as an educator.
Yeah, in our world, we work with students on a daily basis, and everybody's different. Your upbringing was different than mine. Your family dynamic was different than mine, and sometimes people may have things a little bit easier than others. Someone may have to have a part-time job after school every day. Someone's parents may be working 2 jobs, to help support the family, and so they have a more grown-up role at the age of 16 and 17. And that's not necessarily fair or unfair. It's just life. And so how do we, as educators, meet children where they are, no matter where they are in life, no matter where they go after school, whether they're playing a sport, whether they're going to a job, whether they're helping their own brothers and sisters. Families are doing the best they can to support each other and all that. And how do we then support our families? How do we support our students on a daily basis? And we have to consider that. And so we really have to stay focused on how do we meet children where they are. And where they are might mean going home at 4 o'clock and mom or dad are at home, they're home from work, whatever. That also might mean that mom or dad are working a second job and they may not be able to help, and so that child needs to work on something on their own. How do we support all students to help them grow on a daily basis? That's something that we need to keep in our minds on a daily basis.
That's such a good word on students, but give us a word on teachers. What would you like our community to know about how hard our educators work, a typical day for a teacher, and the pressure and the burden? Speak up as an advocate for the teachers as we prepare to close in just a couple of minutes.
We have some of the best teachers in the state in Cartersville City Schools, and I think every school system would say the same about their teachers. And I tell people all the time, and I said this earlier, even our teachers spend more time with other people's children than their own. And sometimes people want to say, oh, I wish I was a teacher, because you get to leave at 3:30 and you get the summers off and you get these things. And I explain to people, yes, we do have the summers off, and yes, the school day ends at 3:30. With that being said, what you don't see is those teachers leaving at 3:30 or 4 o'clock at the end of a workday to go and pick their own children up from after-school care or whatever it may be, and get them to an after-school activity, and then cook dinner, and then put their children to bed, and then they're grading papers until 11:30 at night, or they're working on lesson plans. They're collaborating online with other teachers, coming up with another lesson for that next day or for that next week. Teachers' jobs never stop. They teach, they love, they motivate, they counsel, they mentor. The list is endless of responsibilities of teachers, and I would say it's one of the greatest professions in the world, but they don't leave at 3:30.
And no one's doing it for the money. They're not doing it for the money.
That's right. Teachers are in it to make a difference, and we say it all the time. If you teach math just to teach math, you may have some challenging times. But if you teach math to make a difference, or you teach English to make a difference, or you teach second grade to make a difference, you're going to have a long, successful career in the world of education, and you're going to make a huge difference upon hundreds and hundreds of kids over your career.
Mark, our church is a big stakeholder in this community, and I love being a pastor here. And one of the things I personally have observed about Cartersville and Bartow County is the unity. So we mean this sincerely. Talk about the unity between Cartersville schools and Bartow schools and your growing friendship with Dr. Philip Page. Are you friends with Dr. Philip Page, Mark? Dr. Hinesley, he modeled that for you. We saw it with Dr. John Harper in the Bartow school system. So talk us through you and Dr. Page.
Yeah, Dr. Page and I have gotten to know each other. He started his job, I think, officially about a month or so before I did, and we definitely have reached out to each other. We've had lunch a couple times. We're trying to schedule a time to go out to dinner with our families, because it's important to us. Yes, he's in a different school district, but it's a neighboring school district, and his vision and mission, and at the end of the day, we're trying to educate our children to the best of our ability to make them productive citizens when they graduate from high school, whether they go on to a career or go into college. We're in it for the same reasons, and so it's important to us to have that relationship, to be able to lean on one another, to be able to bounce ideas off one another, and so I look forward to growing that friendship.
All right, Mark, final thoughts. Tell us what's great about being a Purple Hurricane every single day. Why do we love the Canes?
We love the Canes because, again, you cannot trade the tradition and the culture for anything else. It's like nothing I've ever experienced. And I tell people all the time, I'm not from here. I didn't graduate from Cartersville schools. I'm not even from the state of Georgia. But being here 4 years, now, my children, Addie started pre-K, Will started second grade, here a few years ago. It is home, and it is, they can't imagine being anywhere else. And there is this unique bond. There's this unique support. There's this unique love in this community, in the community in general, but just in the Cartersville City school systems, where we care for one another, we love one another, and we're there for one another. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
That's awesome, Mark. Well, there you have it, Cartersville Uncut. Dr. Marc Feuerbach, an outstanding educator, a great leader, but also a wonderful man. I can vouch for his character as a friend. We worship together. We live near one another in the same neighborhood. Mark, thanks for your time today. Thanks for caring about our community and for giving your life to make a difference in one of the most important realms in community through education. You're a great guy, Mark, and we're fortunate to have you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
God bless you. Thanks, Cartersville Uncut. Until next time.
Thank you.
Hi, this is D. Hey, D.
How you doing?
You consider yourself an artist?
I do.
How long you been doing this?
I've been doing this for 16 years now, and we've been at this location for 3.
Now, what does Southern Grace Tattoo Gallery do?
We try to offer a person a custom tattoo, great designs, quality work, clean environment. We try to do all around anything that you need, whether it be from new school to traditional work. We can do anything you want.
Hi, welcome to Spencer Family Medicine. We're located on Henderson Drive in Weston Commons Shopping Center.
Unlike most medical clinics, we do labs right here in the office, including x-rays, saving you the hassle of scheduling yet another appointment across town.
Here at Spencer Family Medicine, we accept almost our insurance plan.
And we can almost always fit you in for same-day appointments.
We serve patients young to old.
From urgent care issues like broken bones to long-term issues like weight management and hormone therapy.
Not only that, but Dr. Spencer and staff are trained in aesthetic work.
So come to see us at Spencer Family Medicine. We would love for you to be a part of our family.
I'm Dr. Spencer, and I approve this message.
Okay, guys. Ready?
Ready, go.
Hey, this is Joe Wilson, co-owner of Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, Cartersville's locally owned funeral home, serving all of Bartow County since 1977. The biggest difference of our funeral home here in Bartow County, Cartersville, is that we are a locally owned funeral home. We make all our decisions right here in the funeral home. When people walk in the door, they're going to meet the owner and know that we're making decisions on what's best for the families that have placed their trust and confidence in us and the needs of our community. One thing we always say to families that place their trust in us is ask a family we have served. We want people to know that when they come here, for probably one of the most difficult experiences in their life, that they can feel comfortable with us. On behalf of myself and all the staff here at Parnick Jennings Funeral Home, we want you to know it would be our honor to serve your family during your time of need. Please call us at 770-382-0034.
Everybody, this is Josh Goodman. Hey, Josh Goodman.
Hey, how's it going, Cartersville UNCUT?
Tell me about this. Exactly what is this?
That is a DJI Phantom 4 Pro drone. It's commercial grade. It's for professionals. It can shoot 4K. It can shoot up to 120 frames per second. It has obstacle avoidance. It's a fine piece of machinery.
Now you are a pro. You're certified.
Yes, I am. I'm certified by the FAA commercial drone pilot.
Now, what does that mean for you?
I went through several courses. I was vetted by the FAA. Had to go to an actual airport and take a test. I am insured.
So you can actually receive money for services, whereas you're not supposed to receive money.
Right. If you buy one of these from the store, you technically can't do it and make money off of it. In order to make money with a drone, you have to go through the proper precautions that the FAA put on you. Otherwise, it's illegal. Right now, we are in Cartersville shooting the Tomato Festival. There's an airport about 4 miles away. I had to contact them and let them know I'd be in the area, staying within the altitude and keeping it within eyesight. So you have to do it the right way. Otherwise, you'll be doing illegal stuff, man.
So you didn't come out here and just turn this on and start flying it?
No, sir, I did not.
Is this in demand nowadays? Do people need these services? Do they want?
Yeah, it has several applications. People are using them in rescue missions, inspection, in several industries. It's been very prevalent in the real estate scene. You know, the cameras they have on these days, you can shoot movies with them.
Oh God, yeah.
So, you know, it has a lot of applications. It's just doing it the right way and having the right person behind the sticks.
Everybody, this is Josh Goodman. And how can you're also, tell everybody what you do. What's your profession?
Well, I do several things. I do web development, create websites. I work at Elite Stone Supply here in Cartersville.
Right.
I'm their marketing manager.
Right.
And I also am a commercial drone pilot.
Joshua Goodman, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Tell me, what are these?
These are tomato green, the green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes?
Yeah.
How much are you charging?
Nothing.
They're free?
Only for today.
Only for today.
City cellar.
City cellar right there?
The city cellar is right down there.
Point to it so we'll all know.
It's right down that street.
Got it. Okay, right across the street. I know what you're talking about. All right, I'm going to have one. They're free.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
David, do you want to sample 13-year-old sourdough starter?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
It's 13 years old.
No.
I just brought it back from Europe. The starter, you know, the sourdough starter.
13 years old.
13 years old. It's really old.
Okay.
Carrot cake looks good too. I have samples of that. And it's organic. And guys, these are 2 for $8.
We're going to announce the winners of the tomato contest.
I did, but my converted tomato.
Ready?
No, ugliest. Yeah.
Okay. For ugliest tomato, we have Sammy Joe Myron.
Yeah. Southern Zone. Southern Zone.
Let's hear it.
Come on. Yeah, come over this way.
room.
Where? Over here.
Okay. We'll wait till they get done.
Perfect. Better. Smile.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
And
Thank
best
you.
tasting tomato, Pete Holland.
There's Pete right there. Hey, that's Holland Farms.
There you go, Pete. You grab your certificate.
You know why he doesn't have a tomato in his
Come
hand?
over this way.
Because it was best tasting.
You know, that's got to go in the refrigerator. Okay. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations.
One more. Yeah. Got it?
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta move, yeah.
We gotta move on.
Okay. And biggest tomato,
See your picture?
Donald Cochran.
Show him your tomato, Donald.
Is that
is a big tomato.
That's a big tomato.